Hey everyone, I'm doing some work on the Cherokee today, the old XJ. I haven't seen this one in a while because it's been running great. The only issue I've really had is there's like a small whistling noise from a vacuum leak somewhere. Sadly, it got a lot worse, so I think whatever cracked probably opened up and now it sounds like a big like whooshing of air. So I'm gonna take this video and we're gonna diagnose that vacuum leak, and then we're also gonna diagnose my oil leaks because I'm doing a big project here where I'm gonna lift the whole Jeep. So I figure I might as well replace like rear main seal, oil pan, and we're just gonna check and make sure it's not coming from the rear of the valve cover gasket because I've heard that can happen too. So we'll make sure I'm diagnosing those oil leaks right, diagnose this vacuum leak, and just give the Jeep a general look over. I think I might have found a power steering leak too, so we'll give that a quick check too. But yeah, just looking at everything, giving it a quick once over before I put this lift kit on and do some actual work. So it's a good time to do it. I'm not really going many places and I was planning on having the Jeep down anyway. So let's see if we can find this vacuum leak. Okay, I'm gonna try a couple different methods to diagnose this vacuum leak. First one I read about doing was just squeezing the pipes until it changed tone. The other one is spraying something on it, like water, or some people say like carb cleaner or that kind of stuff, but water seems easy to me, and just waiting for it to change sound. So once the noise changes tune, then yeah, I found your vacuum leak. So let me get the car started and we'll give that a shot. Right there. All right, so the water didn't end up helping me on that one. Let me get a light. Sneak peek. Oh boy. All right, fixed my lighting a little bit. So there, I used, the water really didn't help, but I was able to use my ears and stuck my thumb right there. And you can see there's a crack, hopefully. You can see there's a crack right there. And I stuck my thumb right there and it stopped the noise, so you could hear it hissing maybe. So that's definitely my issue right there. Let's see. Oh yeah. That gasket's in pretty good shape. Let's clean that up, and I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what to replace that with. All right. Easy. I also, you can see it's pretty nasty back here. I don't think that's supposed to be that loose. So I might have a secondary vacuum leak right there. But yeah, I'm not positive if that's also an issue. That seems really loose to me, but we'll fix this one first, and then if it's still making noises, we'll go to that one. All right, so my current diagnosis, we found that vacuum leak, which I'm super psyched about. Dog's barking a little bit, sorry about that. Hey guys, so I was laying under the Jeep for a little while there. I found something I'm not happy about, and I found a couple other things. So my oil pan gasket's 100% leaking, like seems like almost the whole way around. Potentially where the oil filter goes into the engine is leaking too. I'll have to keep an eye on that one and see if that's true. And then somewhere on my transmission is leaking. It looks like one of the lines going in, maybe it's like a breather line. It looks like that's spitting some oil out. So I'll keep an eye on that too. Ugh, leaks everywhere. But yeah, the oil pan gasket and the rear main seal definitely look like they're leaking. It doesn't look like it's the valve cover gasket to me. But I'll keep an eye on it after I place it. If it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. So no big deal. I can replace a valve cover gasket. That's probably the easier part of this whole thing. So, all right, I'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on. I ordered a new brake booster valve, check valve. I don't know, whatever that plastic piece was. I ordered a new one of those, so we'll get that installed. All right, my little breather came in that broke on the Cherokee, so hopefully this fits right here. And that'll be my little replacement part that I needed. And it's gone. Oh, no, it's still there. Okay. So let's hope that fits. It doesn't look like it will. No. Oh, yeah, we're good. Sweet. Okay, let me get that off and we'll get this on. Okay, got the new one installed real quick. Let's start it up and see if there's a vacuum leak. Alright, I've definitely still got a leak and it sounds like it's coming from this hose here. Let me take that off and just inspect the hose. Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I'm wondering. So obviously this is not a stock line. It used to be one of these hard lines like this here, but it cracked. They get very brittle. So when I was replacing this valve back here, it cracked. And I'm wondering if it's just so much air flowing through this larger line. Maybe I need to do like a step down up here and it's just making noise. It's not actually leaking. Because if you could hear, when I squeezed it, it stopped, but I felt the whole tube. There's nothing that is letting air out. It might just be the sound of the air rushing inside the larger diameter tube. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. And I'll update you guys if I figure something out. But it's idling right. It doesn't sound like it's got a vacuum leak, so I'm gonna treat it like it doesn't. Alright folks, so I'm sitting here editing this video and I've got 4 hours of footage between all these oil leaks, vacuum leaks, and suspension upgrades. So I'm going to break this down into a few parts just to keep it manageable for me and for you guys watching. But here's part one. This was all the vacuum leaks. So this was all I ever really figured out at this point. I really think I've got a leak in my intake manifold or my exhaust manifold somewhere. Those exhaust manifolds are prone to cracking, so I'm thinking it's probably that whistling noises. It has to do with that, and then just stepping down on that line and making it smaller should help with the other noises. So that's the plan with that. So this was part one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and stay tuned for part two where I fix some oil leaks and get the suspension upgraded, and potentially a part three. We'll see how this edits. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoyed.